What's up, guys? My name is Chad. This is Open Your Reality. Welcome to the video. Today we are looking at life beyond the ice wall. Whether you're a flat earther or regular globe earther, it doesn't matter, because even if the earth is a globe, there could be an ice wall and there could be lands beyond it, as Admiral Byrd said. And today I found many clips on X that I've put together for you, and we're going to watch them right now.
They're not aliens?
No. What we call aliens are simply the civilizations living beyond the ice wall of Antarctica. It's not some distant galaxy or a sci-fi fantasy. It's Earth, right here, hidden in plain sight, but beyond what we're allowed to see. These advanced civilizations have technology so beyond our understanding that when their ships soar through the skies, we mistake them for extraterrestrial crafts.
Could that actually be true? The UFOs that we see in the sky, are they alien crafts coming from beyond the ice wall, inside the Earth, from the land masses well beyond?
But they're not from space. They're from regions on this planet we've been kept from exploring. Why the lie? The oligarchs, the ones pulling the strings, want to keep us in fear of the unknown. Aliens, outer space, it's all a smokescreen.
So when people ask, why does it matter what shape the Earth is? He just explained it. The oligarchs, the power elite, the few, want to keep the power. And it's much easier to keep the power if they tell us we're insignificant. We're just a grain of sand in a huge, vast universe. But if we knew that we are the only thing in existence, and this is all that we know, it would change the way we see things.
They don't want us asking questions about what's really out there. These civilizations are light years ahead of us in tech and knowledge. That's why the narrative is controlled. They don't want you to even imagine the idea that there's more to Earth than you've been told. But trust me, it's not aliens coming for us. It's advanced beings from right here, beyond the icy borders we're forbidden to cross.
This is just a theory, not a fact.
This here is a actual picture of a flat Earth map that was in a 1907 newspaper. This is a very short clip, but I added it just to show you that they put it in a newspaper. And you can see right there that we are in the middle, and I guess that would be Middle Earth or Inner Earth. And then beyond that, you can see, look, all the other continents. And right here, we can see that the known lands, the continents, are coalesced into the middle of this flat plain. And then we have the ice wall encircling it. Beyond that, we have more land, and then beyond that, even more. Notice the three suns also. For those people who've never seen the ice wall, there it is. This is an ice wall that supposedly encircles all of the oceans and continents that we know of. It would be an awesome sight to see it, wouldn't it, to go there? They say it's 200 feet tall.
The firmament that we are stuck up under, it will open. Will we see the actual planets that, we speak about? Is it hidden behind the firmament?
The planets is
The firmament is the dome that covers the flat Earth.
actually beyond the ice wall. You have plasma vortexes that have concentric circles that take you through stargates to get beyond the firmament. But in order to get beyond the firmament, you got to be energetically balanced from the heart and the mind. So ever since from 1943, 53, 63, all the way up until the year of 2043, which is also a 9-year, which is the year of completion, that's when the firmament is going to break open. And right above it, you're going to see the mothership, and the mothership is going to extract their children in the so-called rapture, because when you look at the prefix of the word rapture, you get Ra, which is the sun. It's an energy extraction.
It's an actual shit that we will see.
What I'm saying is that when you got the firmament is what creates physical existence. The firmament is why you can see phones, you can see your arm and shit like that. But if you take away the firmament, all you're going to see is energy. There's no use for the body. When you trap light, that creates physical matter. Those are subatomic particles. This is why sometimes when you sneeze, that's the closest thing that you get to death, because when you sneeze, that's when the heart stops at 0 point energy, because when you sneeze, you see particles. And those particles are subatomic particles. And when they condense together, that's what creates physical matter. So when you start to see death, you can see particles and atoms and everything start to split, because it's the illusion.
The firmament that we are stuck up under, it will open. Will we see the actual planets that, we speak about? Is it hidden behind the...
Yeah, and the firmament, the United States government, they did something called Project High Jump, where they tried to shoot these nuclear missiles into the firmament and break it, and they could not do it. This guy right here is an insider who obviously is kind of near the end of his life here, and he's spilling some of the secrets. And I brought this guy on because it's one thing to hear these other people speak, but this guy's different because he's an insider.
Honestly, ladies and
I believe he was a former military.
gentlemen, he flew
He's talking about Admiral Byrd.
1,200 miles with the wind in his back into the inside of this planet. Not a molten core, far from it. Continental shells bigger than on the surface, seas that were equal to ours, and he took 300 photographs and brought them back, and I tried to see them, and Franklin Birch, who was at the National Archives, would not let me in.
I did get access to some of those photos, I believe, and I'm going to show them to you in the remaining part of this video.
Oh, I got in the cage, but I couldn't look at anything. Caldwell found those records and read them in 1940, and he took his round-wing plane in and went right through the Earth and came out at the South Pole in a 125-mile opening there. That's one thing he did. I told you that was 1940. That was a great accomplishment of the round-wing plane at that point. We hadn't had to fight a war. We hadn't had to do anything. 1952, I hesitate to tell you. I've had 3 attempts on my life, and I don't know if I'll walk away from this meeting if I say any more. I've had the needle, I've been poisoned, and I've had people sent to kill me.
These are the leaked photos, supposedly. Now, I don't know. It could be AI generated, but supposedly these are the leaked photos of the South Pole, beyond the ice wall. And Admiral Byrd made several expeditions there, went beyond the ice wall, and he said there were lands, there were oceans, as this gentleman just said, that rivaled what we have here, and civilizations. And I made some videos on this, but it's one of the most fascinating topics in all of conspiracy theory. What do you think? Do you think they're real photos, or do you think they're AI? Isn't that the problem these days? We can't really tell. Look at those giant doors. What does that tell you? That the beings that are there are probably a lot taller than us. I mean, they would dominate the game, in basketball for sure. Just kidding. Look at that. That does look like Lucifer, doesn't it?
So here's the thing. NASA is the World Intelligence Agency. Everyone reports it.
That's Flat Earth Dave. I had him on the show a couple of times. He's another fascinating character. I would say right after Eric Dubé, you got Flat Earth Dave, and let's listen to what he has to say.
Down the FBI, CIA, KGB, CCP. Well, why would they lie about the shape of the Earth? What difference does it make? NASA was created right after Project High Jump when Admiral Byrd flew out in Antarctica. On the other side of the South Pole, he found land bigger than the United States, filled with resources.
Yeah, like I just said before. And by the way, this is not meant to be a Flat Earth video. I was just simply researching what's beyond the ice wall and the lands there. So if you're a globe earther, don't be offended, but this is what keeps coming up.
Look at that. From Middle America, he would be in where South Africa is or where Australia is. And another continent the size of the United States that no one has ever seen or set foot upon? What does that mean? What if he went from Middle America over what they call Antarctica and then found another continent out here?
And that would destroy our whole worldview of reality.
Now, what if there's other civilizations here? What if these are where the controllers of the world live? Okay? What if...
I'm getting chills right now.
Because the reality, your soul is going, yes, listen, right? Get rid of your programmed mind. People don't realize, well, Russia would have ratted us out and this and that. They're all in it together. Everything that you know is a lie. The United Nations map, Flat Earth map, International Maritime Organization, Flat Earth map, World Meteorological Organization, Flat Earth map, International Civil Aviation Organization. These are the things that control the world. Why do they all have Flat Earth maps?
Well, I don't know. Artistically, maybe they couldn't.
Artistically? Is that your explanation? Now, let me ask you a question. If this is where we live, would you call this the outer space?
Sure.
What is it? More land? Extra territory? Extra terra?
Extraterrestrials.
Extraterrestrials.
Extraterrestrial, extra land.
From where?
Outer space.
Bingo. Mm-hmm. So why does it matter? Then when you understand that we're actually at the center of creation, this place was built for us, and we have natural law which says that nobody can take our free will away. Once you understand that nobody has control over you, you take your power back. You stop feeding this beast system that we're in. Globers think they know everything, but they don't know anything. And it's only for those that are willing to look and understand and see why it matters that get it. You know, once you get it, you can't unget it.
I mean, if you're a globe earther, I mean, look, we've been so indoctrinated, and for me, maybe it still is a globe, but when you look at the curvature of the earth, if you do the formula that I've talked about on the channel, and you look into the distance, why are we able to see cities and structures and things 50, 100, even more miles away? It doesn't make any sense unless the earth is a lot bigger than they're telling us.
Dark continent? You're telling me there are lands beyond the ice wall with no sunlight?
Listen, don't take my word for it. Take Jonathan Hemington's. I mean, hell, he's the one who streamed it live on the dark web in 2020. Guy worked for a private research institute for aerial engineering. You know, developed these just incredible aircrafts, undetectable from radars, incredible fuel efficiency, allowing for flight durations that could last weeks. Little did anybody know the guy was just obsessed with the idea of these outer lands, the ice wall, and one night he boarded a jet with a Starlink and his streaming equipment and headed directly down to Antarctica. He figured if he streamed right away, he'd be intercepted, so he waited until he was about midway through the continent. And as he started the stream, hundreds of people watched as he literally flew straight over what appeared as an enormous ice barrier.
Now, I didn't know this. That is fascinating. Can you imagine just thinking, well, tonight I'll get on my jet and I'll fly to the edge of the world and see what's beyond.
After hours and hours of continuation, passing over several different unidentified landmasses, he stopped on one of them to get a night's rest and continue on the next morning. But during that next day of flight, this was where things had taken a peculiar turn. As the sun eventually went down during flight, he wanted to wait until it came back up to get a safe landing. But as the hours went by, it never did. Eventually, due to fatigue, he was forced to land onto this dark continent, and little did he know this would be his last stop. Listen, this place he was in was nothing like we'd ever seen, okay? The environmental factors clearly showed this land had never been exposed to sunlight, pure darkness, and instead of trees, there were just these rock-textured spires that shot up into the sky.
Now, Admiral Byrd...
Ooh, I want to know the rest of that story.
Byrd was the last man to freely explore Antarctica, and after his expedition he said this, and I quote, "Strangely enough, there is an area left in the world today, an area as big as the United States that's never been seen by a human being, and that's beyond the pole on the other side of the South Pole from Little America."
And he said it on TV. I don't know if it was live TV, but he said it. You can see him saying that. Like, that's not made up.
Richard E. Byrd. Now, what if everything that we've been told about Antarctica is a giant lie? Because beyond the ice wall, he claimed to have seen continents that were larger than the United States. And when we look at old, ancient maps, just like this, it lines up with exactly what he was saying, where Antarctica is an ice wall encompassing our flat stationary Earth, and that there are lands beyond the ice wall. Where this even gets more interesting is shortly after his expedition, the Antarctic Treaty was established, where the entire world...
So that's Antarctica. That's what they tell us the continent is supposed to look like. But we know that there is no continent, Antarctica, like that. It's just a giant ice wall with lands beyond. And all of these countries, as you'll see, they all agreed to this.
Came together for the first time in history and agreed on something. Agreed that we can't go visit Antarctica. Isn't that very interesting? That the world governments don't want us to go there. Speaking of world governments, this is the United Nations logo.
That was always fishy to me. The United States logo is a map of the flat Earth.
It's a flat Earth map with Antarctica encompassing our stationary Earth. What's even more mind-blowing about this logo is there's 33 sections to it. 33 degrees to Freemasonry, because
that is no coincidence. 33 sections, 33 degrees of Freemasonry.
Because all these people, they're all high-ranking Freemasons who deceive humanity. What's also very interesting is inside the United Nations, there's a dome-like structure with stars on the ceiling. Then to cap it all off,
that's the firmament, baby.
This is a map that hangs inside the United Nations headquarters. What do you guys see here? The ice wall, the lands beyond, just like Richard Byrd told us when he went and explored it. And now we can't...
I did not know that until watching this video.
Can't go back to Antarctica. And all the globies are like, we live on a globe. This is how they laugh at all the peons, guys. Because it's the highest form of ignorance to believe that we live on a spinning ball defying all laws of physics. And they put the truth right in your face over and over and over again. But the eyes are useless when the mind is blind. Peace and love.
The moment I saw the pyramid, I knew something was wrong. It wasn't buried, it was waiting. We weren't supposed to find it. Not here. Not glowing beneath the ice. I still don't know how it powered on. But when it did, everything changed. We followed the tunnels deeper, past the throne, past the sealed vaults. Every step felt intentional, like this place wasn't abandoned, like it was waiting. But for who? The Anunnaki had returned, or maybe they never left. They didn't speak. They didn't look at us. It was as if our presence meant nothing. They moved through the chamber like gods made of time and silence. Were we witnesses, or just echoes in their shadow? What happens when gods forget we exist? But what's worse is when they remember.
So I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. I made that myself. Like, there wasn't a video I found. I found a compilation of clips, put them together, put in transitions, changed the volume to normalize it, took out some of the music, put my own music in that I created, and that's what you're seeing here. It's a lot of work. I don't know, for whatever reason, YouTube is not showing my recent videos. I put out a video yesterday, I put out a video today. Combined, they didn't even get to 1,000 views. So I don't know how much longer I'm going to do this. I'm doing my best to put out the best possible content for you guys, and I won't be able to do this much longer, unfortunately, if I only get a few hundred views a video. It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's just what it is. I mean, like I say, if you guys have never done YouTube before, you can create your own video right now and you will get more views than me. I almost guarantee it. So we'll see what happens. I'll continue to post. Hopefully things will change. I don't know what's going on, but maybe YouTube doesn't want the truth out. They want to end my channel. That's fine, YouTube. You want to delete me, delete me. I have my Patreon. I have a core group of followers. You could always find me on my Patreon, and will continue to post there. So support me in any way you can. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video, and I'll be back with another one later today. I'm interviewing a guest in about 5 hours, and he's going to be a very interesting guest. I think you guys are going to really enjoy that one. Hopefully that one gets some views. It should. All right. See you in the next one in a few hours. Peace.